Peace, greetings, good vibrations to you, and namaste. I go by Onyx Moon, and this is Moonstone Magi. Now, this is a general reading for the zodiac sign Aries, September the 28th to October the 2nd, 2025. Let's go. If you are interested in booking a personal session, the contact information is in the description box. Lock in, tap in, and I guarantee you, you're going to make some magic happen. All right. I appreciate those of y'all that struggled through my previous videos and not being able to actually hear the message to some degree being delivered to you. But guess what? We're going to lock in. Bottom of the deck, off the rip, the Emperor. That's you, Aries. So you are gaining control. You are gaining control and stepping into the power that you hold. Okay? Let's get a couple of shuffles and let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, make sure you thumbs up the video, subscribe, and share the video too. Don't be no stranger to the danger. Let people know that you're rocking with me. Don't be trying to hide me, divide me. All right? On my Osiris type shit. You feel me? Break bread with the collective. Oh, wow. They want you to add that. All right. So mentally self-sabotaging yourself, Aries. Mentally self-sabotaging yourself. Not thinking things through. Not understanding the personal power that you have. All right. And, I ain't going to lie. I kind of wanted to pull this card out too. This was the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So there's some things that you need to separate from that are emotionally and mentally causing harm in your particular life. All right. You might feel like you need to deal with these things, and really you don't. All right. All right. We're gonna get one more shuffle. Then we're gonna get into the trouble. All right. Let's go. I'm gonna pull from 3 decks today, so y'all stay tuned. All right. First card we have is walking away from things that don't emotionally serve us. Didn't I say that? I low key said that. Right. Pisces energy, Pisces vibe. So we're in some type of illusion, right? We're mentally sabotaging ourselves. We're thinking that things are going a particular way, but in all hindsight, they're not. And it's rendering us powerless, right? And when I say that, it's rendering us powerless because look, we got the number 8 right here at the top of the card. And then we also got the number 8 right there, right? 8 represents power, legacy, sexual um, energy as well, associated to the 8th house, Scorpio, um, which would lead us to that transformative energy that we need at this particular time to step into our power, right? So when we transform our mindset and we stop mentally self-sabotaging ourselves, we set ourselves free to get the emotional gratification that we need. As we proceed to give you what you need, that's what the universe is saying, right? But you're not taking heed to the call. All right, come on. They tell you move in a different direction, but you have to move mentally in that different direction to actually get that manifestation. You hear me? All right. Now, when it comes to the advice, here's your advice right here. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Now, remember, this is September the 28th through October the 2nd. They want you to act like you got that victory. Because initially, you do got the victory, but you don't know that, right? Upright, we're victorious. Like we already know what we got in the bag. We got the receipts. We feel complete. We hitting them with that heat. But you got the stuff in reverse. So you actually acting like you curse and you thinking about the worst, right? But you got to put those problems in the hearse. I'm telling you, bars, right? So you have the victory, but you don't quite know it right now. You need to walk as if you know you have the victory. And that would be that Emperor card, right? That would be that Emperor card, being able to control a narrative, have a blueprint that you want to put into action, and standing on that business 10 toes, right? Outcome. 7 of Swords in the reverse. So you kind of want to be strategic about this. You don't want to let everybody know your next move and how it's your best move, because people might want to be disrespectful and they want to project negativity towards your ambitions, right? Your aspirations. So you don't tell everybody what's going on. Aries is typically impulsive with their actions to some degree. And what I'm telling you right now is to slow down and don't be quick to say anything, right? Have your mind made up, but let your actions speak louder than your words. They're going to see you and they're going to be like, word. You feel me? All right. Next card we have is Knight of Swords in the reverse. So don't be quick to communicate these things. You know, you see him right here. He got his mouth open. If you see him, he got his mouth open. Even the horse got his mouth open. Wilbur. Like, nah, shh. Quiet as kept, okay? Right? Quiet as a church house mouse. You feel me? Quiet as a rat pissing on cotton. Silencio, por favor. All right. Now, the next card we have is collaborations, right? What you need to do, Aries, is go in the direction of where you see collaboration, where people are willing to rock with you, to help you, assist you, and what it is that you're trying to build, right? And this might require you to travel, step outside of your comfort zone. We already know Aries don't give a damn about traveling, right? Y'all represent the full card. So y'all be out here all willy-nilly doing what you got to do. Hopefully getting busy with the business, collecting your pennies, making it make sense. You hear me? But there's some people that really don't rock with you. You've been entertaining these people, and it's time for you to cut them off. You feel like they inside of your inner circle, but really they're outsiders, right? And when they come and try to sit next to you, you got to hit them with that Forrest Gump. Seats taken. Y'all remember that scene in Forrest Gump when he was on the bus and he was trying to sit down next to people. And they was like, seats taken. Seats taken. Like, the hell, I never seen such proper little kids in a day in my life, right? But yeah, they were trying to, mess over him. And that's what the people are trying to do to you too. So get a clue and watch how you move. Ugh, right? Come on. Get a clue with that moon card. Reflect on some things. Look at some stuff. And you could be crazy. You could be crazy, but guess what? You know you're not, because you got a blueprint. And all because you did not tell people the blueprint, they looking at your moves like, what are they doing? I don't get it. It's not for them to get. If anything, they need to get out of Dodge. They need to move around, right? That's right up under the Six of Swords card, which is a card of taking your mind somewhere else and taking your concepts somewhere else and seeing who's going to accept and not reject what you have to say, right? But deep reflection, shadow work. Where do you want to be, right? Where I wanna be. Y'all remember that Donnell Jones song? Yeah, I didn't mean to hurt her. Yeah, some people gonna feel like you meant to hurt them too because of the moves that you making. But whatever, you ain't faking. If anything, you have patience, and things that you are dealing with now are actually relating, right, to what you got going on. And there's no need for conversation. I'm telling you, keep your mouth shut. All right, next card we have is King of Cups in reverse. So you are mentally, well, you're not only mentally stable, but you're emotionally stable, but you don't know it quite yet. And you're going to really receive your victory through emotional stability. Okay? Okay? Now look, this King of Cups got them green shoes on. So that means the grass is green. He can step out and do anything that he wants to, right? Look at this guy right here. The horse got a green, you know, I don't know, whatever the hell you want to call that, some horse drip. I don't know, horse drip, horse horse swag. I don't know, but he dripped in green, signifying that the victory is here and he can go wherever the hell he want. But you got the card in reverse, right? And even the King of Cups was in reverse too. So you don't know that everything is accessible to you at this time, but it's gonna make sense in a couple of days. Trust and believe, right? All right. And then look, right up under the Seven of Swords, we got the Ace of Cups. So yes, there was some sneaky stuff going on behind you, but you don't need to worry about that. You got to relocate, travel to a different state, maybe even a different city, or maybe just travel somewhere differently mentally. You hear me? Right? All right, strength in reverse. Come on, Aries. What you got going on, man? You got to believe in you. You are the engine that could. All right? You are the engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I know you will. I know you will. All right? That's what I'm telling you for real. All right. Let's see what we got. Yeah, buddy. All right, one more shuffle. That's what I'm being told. One more shuffle. Let's see what we got. All right. Hey, watch this. I got a feeling. Something about separating from people, putting up boundaries because they hurt you to some degree and you overstayed your welcome or something like that. But now you need to go to where, people really receive you. That's what I'm getting with these cards right quick. All right. Look, masculine energy, right? Authority, discipline, father figure. That's that emperor. That's that emperor, though, that authority, right? And then you had the blueprint, huh? Which helps you gain control, which would be discipline, huh? So, to my queens out here, you might need to step into that masculine energy. To my kings, my dudes, my fellows, whatever, you need to utilize that masculinity that you have inside of you, but not toxic masculinity, not the toxic masculinity, you know, the higher self, right? Which is associated to the masculine principle. That's what you need to be stepping in, right? Next card we have two-faced. Yep, I told you some people they were two-faced, right? They was living a double life. They was cheating. They was backstabbers. It wasn't really rocking with you like that. And now they're being showcased for who they are. You're starting to recognize these people. And you could too be two-faced. People gonna call you two-faced because, well, they was doing that, but now they doing that. Man, they so successful now, it's like they cheating. Nah, you got the cheat codes from the universe. And is it really a cheat code when you just stuck to the code, you followed the script, and now things are just coming to you with an abundant drip? You feel me? Splash. Can't make it up. Isolation. Yes. Rejected. Left alone. Self-inflicted. That's how these people gonna feel. Man, hey, Aries ain't rocking with us. And this is for sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, Venus, North Node, midheaven, all that good stuff, my sisters and brethren. You know what I'm saying? Hey, remember, your rejection is your protection. And it wasn't a loss, it was a lesson. So what you're doing right now is stepping into your blessing. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, bottom of the deck. Oh, we got the masculine energy and we got the feminine energy. I should have said what I wanted to say earlier. Achieve that balance. I really wanted to say that. Put that on my skin. I wanted to say that you stepping into your balance is actually like leading you to a more positive place. And I got that. I got that card. I saw that card when I pulled the two-faced card. Because some people might see you being overly emotional, but now you taking control over yourself. You want some boss type ish, you know? And then you're stepping into your intuition with the divine feminine energy. You're understanding these things. This is giving me the high priestess, right? Because the high priestess, she sits in between both of those polarities, the negative and the positive, and she uses both at her will, right? The power's yours, Planetary. I'm telling you. It's looking good though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Once you get out your feelings and you start making some moves, yeah, people gonna have to put some respect on you, right? Do I need to talk about these zodiac signs? I ain't gonna lie, Aries. Your opposite is Libra, but I am seeing a lot of air energy here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, right? And I ain't gonna lie, we got water energy here too. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So you could be interacting with those six zodiac signs. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. One more shuffle, and then I'm gonna bust your bubble. Hmm? We're gonna get two more cards. acknowledge acknowledge your power, right? Take responsibility. That's what it says at the bottom. Take responsibility, right? Like I said at the very beginning, you mentally self-sabotaging yourself, acting like you ain't got no power in the situation, but you really do, right? Hmm. You got authority, right? Huh? What was at the bottom of the deck with that feminine? Yeah. But you got to be gentle with yourself. You got to be nurturing, right? And go out in nature too. Because when you go out in nature, you're able to nurture your inner divinity. Huh? Facts. God is divinity. God is nature. Nature is God. You are divinity. So don't be acting like no fraud. Hmm? Acknowledge. What did Uncle Ben say in Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility. Y'all remember that shit. Masculine twin. Look at it. Masculine twin. It came up. See, but it says releasing the lower self. Releasing the lower self. Didn't I say you want to act in your divine masculinity, not your lower masculinity? Didn't I say that? Come on, man. Hey, one more time for the one time, just in case y'all got to rewind. I'm gonna show it to you another time. Releasing lower self, and then we got masculine twin with the 5-5 right there. Change that stuff up. Bottom of the deck. Karmic relationship. Releasing the past, and releasing the past might be some of those fake ass friends with a trifling ass. You heard me. But with all that being said, I'm Onyx Moon. This is Moonstone Magi. If you're interested in a personal reading, contact me. The information is in the description box below, right? For sure, for sure. Email or phone call. I got y'all. With all that being said, peace.